All right. All right. Thank you for coming this afternoon, everyone. Especially right during the happy hour. I promise this is important. It's a new way to interact with graph data, and it's the premise of this session is it's not that big a deal to actually train an ML model on this data. I only have 20 minutes, so I'm going to be able to tell you how you can get started, how you can train ML models on this particular type of data, and really unlock the value of your Microsoft Graph data. So for a little bit about what Microsoft Graph Data Connect is, how many of the people in the audience are familiar with the graph? How many are graph developers? Okay, so we got a few. So some of you might know what Microsoft Graph Data Connect is, but it's a new service that we released in GA at Build that lets you get bulk access to your Office 365, to your Microsoft 365 data at scale. So all of you know from training ML models, one of the hardest things is getting lots of data, getting lots of quality data, and being able to train your model on that. What we've made available with this particular piece of technology is a really easy way to get your data out at scale and to operate on that data in the same way that you'd operate on graph data today. It's all in JSON lines. You can access it easily through a thing called Azure Data Factory, which I'll demo a little bit later too. So we like to talk about Graph Data Connect with three pillars. The first one is the one I've been talking about. It's a dataset-based access instead of that transactional based access that you get with the graph today. With the graph APIs, you have to make a call for every user, get authentication for every user, and get this data out for every user one by one. What we've released with Graph Data Connect is the ability with one click to get a data set access to this particular data. You give us a list of users, an entity, and a time range, and we give you a bulk access to this data over in Microsoft Azure and blob storage or ADLS Gen 1 or Gen 2. The second pillar here is around data privacy. As many of you know, when you're trying to train on this data is the most valuable data to many customers that they have in their entire organization, so there's lots of concern about data privacy with regards to this type of feature. One really important things that we offer is that no data moves into your application or into your development environment without your data controller at the organization saying that that's okay, providing explicit approval upon each extraction. Another important piece here is that with the graph today, you get a host of properties. You get all the properties on a message, all the properties on a user entity. What you can do with Graph Data Connect is you can select explicitly the properties that you need. Say you're processing message data or you're processing event data. You only need the attendees of an event or the subject of the event, but you don't need the body. You can specify that you only want those two particular types of data, and that data is the only data that will be sent over to Microsoft Azure. And the third one here is around governance and security. We're tied really closely with Microsoft Azure. There's no way to move data out of Graph Data Connect, otherwise it lands in Azure. So it's a first stop into Azure that you can use the wealth of Azure tools to train your ML models, to build analytics, insights, those types of things as well. So our tight coupling with Azure really gives you the comfortability as a customer that the data is always staying within your Microsoft cloud. The next step I wanted to talk about was essentially how could you build an application that actually utilizes Microsoft Graph Data Connect and realizes some real value for your environment. And the best way to do that is to talk about Teams. I'm sure all of you love Teams. Teams is a huge new thing for our organization. And one of the things that you could build with this, and that I've done a bit of the work to get you guys started, is a Teams Q&A bot, essentially, that's built off of a model that's trained on your Office 365 data that has a unique view of your tenant's knowledge base and can allow users at your organization to get things out of that via this Teams bot. So there's a couple of interesting pieces here. We start on this end as an application developer. You'd actually start in Azure Data Factory, which I will show you an example of later in the presentation. Where you actually specify the data that you need, messages, users, events, those types of things, and say your date range for that particular data and the set of users that you'd like to run on. Once you make that request in Azure Data Factory, a request gets sent over to your customer Office 365 admin, and that admin has to explicitly approve that request before the data can move into your environment for model training. Say they approve that request, the data actually moves over into blob storage or can move into Azure Data Lake Gen 1 or Gen 2. That data shows up in JSON lines just like you would see in the graph as I was talking about earlier. So as graph developers, it should be very easy to iterate over that data and understand it. But an interesting piece that we're releasing here today at Ignite is using Azure HD Insight. You can translate that data from JSON lines into the common data model. And I was wondering how many people in the audience know what the common data model is or CDM? Okay, we have a couple. What essentially CDM allows you to do is it's a data unification definition that allows you to unify your data from many different silos, from many different resources that you would have into one model that you can reason over and train your data or train your model upon. It's really important from us from a Microsoft perspective because it allows us to do the hard things around data unification that you guys may not want to do, and allows you to focus on things like your model, your insights, your analytics, instead of focusing on how to join data from Office with data from Dynamics or with data from other sources as well. We'll look at an example of how the data looks in CDM format later in the presentation as well. The rest of this particular architecture could include cognitive services to actually train that particular model on your data in CDM format. And you could take that particular graph that you built, store that in Cosmos DB, and then use our bot service that we offer in Azure to power that Teams bot experience from your Teams application. So this is a big fancy architecture diagram, but you're probably like, hey Tyler, do you actually have a demo? And yes, I have a demo. We all have demos all the time. So I'm going to switch over here to the other side, and we'll get started with the actual demo that I have prepped too. So what I have here is a Teams bot. Most of you are familiar with Teams, I'm sure, where you can actually have these bot conversations with them. I've done a little testing with it today, so you can see some of the responses here. But we'll start with the Teams bot of how your users could see some value from an ML model that's powering this particular bot. So there's some canonical example or canonical responses that you can get back here too. Well, now let me type in the box. There we go. Sorry, we'll give it a second. Cool. This guy is the one. All right. So you can talk to your bot. Whoops. Give some canonically friendly examples back. But say you've attended this Graph Data Connect session and you're really excited about Microsoft Graph Data Connect and you want to know who knows about Microsoft Graph Data Connect. And what's happening here when this call is made is it goes and it actually looks at your overall corpus of Office 365 data. It can extract topics from that, the model that you train, and it can figure out, hey, there's someone in your organization that's talked to me, Tyler Lennig at Microsoft, about Microsoft Graph Data Connect, and you should go and try to reach out to Tyler. But say, I don't know who Tyler is, how am I supposed to reach out to Tyler? Extending this example, you could say, who in my organization knows Tyler Lennig? And this will potentially be a model that mines the communication patterns within your organization and figures out, hey, Megan Bowen is a person at your organization that knows Tyler Lennig, and you should try to reach out to them. But we're all busy. We don't know exactly what we've worked with Megan on in the past. We have huge organizations. You can even add functionality to this to say what you've worked on, what have I worked on with Megan in the past. And this will spit out like the last topic or project that you've worked on together. And it was last year's marketing campaign. So we stepped through a few different types of examples here. One is mining topics within your organization, figuring out who at the organization has talked to a particular individual about a topic you're interested in, and then also what you've worked with them on in the past. You could do more tailored things like, hey, when's my next one-on-one with a manager? Or hey, when's our next all hands that's going for the entire organization? But there's lots of power that you can unlock here with the Teams bot here as well. I promised you looking at Azure Data Factory too, so we'll actually step into that part of the demo now. Azure Data Factory is essentially an ETL orchestration platform that we offer in Azure that lets you translate data, copy data from different locations. And what we've done with Data Connect is we've added a connector in Office 365, or in Azure Data Factory for getting access to Office 365 data. So let me actually make this bigger, because you probably couldn't see the other one too. There, that should be a little bit better. So you'll see that I have a pipeline that I've already set up here. And this pipeline has a few different aspects to it. You'll see here that it has different copy activities. Copy activities represent aspects of extracting data from one location to another, from Office 365, in this case to Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2. After this copy occurs, we've set up an an HD Insight activity that uses PySpark to translate that data from JSON into that CDM format. You might be looking at this and saying, this looks kind of complicated. There's a lot of activities here. Well, how do I get started with this? Well, we've actually released a template today that makes it possible to create this pipeline directly from that template while you provide a couple of parameters to get started with this as well. So to create a pipeline template, ADF offers this really cool functionality for that option there, and you can actually search for our new template by looking for the common data model, and it'll bring up an instance of our template. You provide a few configuration details about this particular template, like the Data Lake Storage Gen 2 account used for the output of the JSON lines, as well as for the output of the CDM entities. Information about how to access the different tables in Office 365, and information about the HDI cluster that will be used to process this particular data. We also today released a walkthrough for this as well. It's included later in the presentation too, to get you guys, allow you guys to have the ability to utilize this particular template. But say you've created the template and you've instantiated it and you're ready to run it. That's what I've already done before this as well. You'd use Data Factory's trigger functionality to trigger an instance of this particular template. And once you want to run this particular pipeline, you have to provide a couple of parameters. One is a start and end time. We don't offer bulk data access to all of your data in Office 365. That would be a ton of data, but you can do about 13 months of data within about 6 hours or so through our particular system. Other windows might be a bit longer. You have to provide information on where the JSON lines will go. That's this Office data file system. Where the script will be accessed from. That's this file system. The name of the actual script, which we provide, is defaulted to this value. And then also the file system for where the entities will go as well. But a lot of this is populated by default, and you really need to provide a date start time and a date end time. But once this actually completes, we'll go over here to the Storage Explorer. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger too. There we go. You'll see that within this storage account that I use for this demo today, there's a few different containers that are created. One is the container to store the actual script. That's this JSON to CDM container. There's also some other configuration information in here as well. There's a JSON folder, which is the staging environment where the data comes from Data Connect and is stored in JSON lines over here in this storage account. Then also you'll see the CDM folder, which contains the actual CDM entities. When we look at one of these more closely, you'll see a couple of interesting things. One is a folder for each of the CDM entities, appointments, emails, person, and then information about those individuals and joins between those tables, participants and appointment participants. And you'll see this model.json file as well. This is really important because it makes it very easy for you to take this data and look at it, visualize it in Power BI directly without much more configuration. So any type of analytics or type of insights dashboards that you'd like to build with Power BI, this gets you very close to doing that. You just need to hook up this folder and reference this model.json file, and that'll work out of the box within Power BI as well. These particular entities are also, I have a table representation of these entities too. You can see that there's a body column for the actual body of the message, conversation ID, different properties as graph developers you all are familiar with. They're all available on these entities as well. So that's the gist of my demo. Let me go ahead and go back to the deck here. There we go. So that was a very fast walkthrough in terms of what we've done from what you could do with a Teams Q&A bot and make that possible. But I bet a bunch of you are wondering how you can get started. What's the things that you can do right now to actually get involved with Graph Data Connect? So we also are releasing a development pack here at Ignite to get started with Data Connect. Even as graph developers, Data Connect is much different than probably what you're used to operating on in the graph. But this development pack will help you get started in minutes with a few interesting pieces to call out. One is a sample Who Knows Who application, which I have a screenshot down here about. This sample Who Knows Who application is your traditional kind of organization network analysis application. It lets you understand or discover who in an organization is working together. This application is very lightweight, but it's supposed to show and demonstrate how you could use Office 365 data through Graph Data Connect and get some actual value out of it. We also have some sample pipelines included. You saw the template that I showed you guys earlier for common data model format. The sample pipelines here are actually what's used to power this particular application. There's a copy activity in Azure Data Factory, of course, and an Azure AC Insight cluster to create the insight, and then a web service to stand up the front end. The walkthrough is very detailed. We've done a lot of work on the walkthrough too, and it'll help you get started in just a couple of minutes on Graph Data Connect. And this short link down here will lead you there. As well. So the one thing I wanted to leave you with is I showed you one instance of an application that would really help customers or help you realize the value of your Office 365 data and unlock that value. But there's a ton of other things you can do with Microsoft 365 data and Office 365 data. And it really will help you fortify or catalyze your digital transformation here too. So I'm not going to walk through all of these, but this is supposed to be able to jog your guys' creativity and thoughts around, hey, I can really build these things with my Office 365 data. And the answer to that is yes. That's what we're releasing here, and it really is a new, exciting tool that is allowing you to really develop apps that weren't possible before. The one thing I want to also leave you guys with is, again, that link to the dev pack. Please email us at this alias. I really want to hear you guys' feedback. We want to know how you guys want to use the platform, what you're liking about it, what you're not liking about it, how we can change, what we can do to add features to it. This link in the middle is to our GitHub, which hosts our dev pack and other examples that you guys can play around with regards to Data Connect. And this Learn More link over here on the right-hand side leads to our public documentation on the graph. Which has a lot more information about all the data sets that are supported, the type of users that you can pull data for, other aspects of the platform as well. So I'm 3 minutes under, but that's all the content I have for you guys today. I'm happy to take questions up here, but thank you for coming this afternoon. Go grab a beer, go grab some wine, and thank you for coming.